Hello, I'm Mark Scholero, the owner of MS Classic Cars. Today I have the pleasure to present you an absolutely stunning 1973 Triumph TR6. This is a very, very special car. I purchased it from the second owner who owned it for over 40 years. It has 41,698 miles to be exact. Those are original miles. Once again, it's been with the second owner for over 40 years. If you don't know much about these cars, they are really good looking. They're a super fun car to drive. We've owned a few of them here at MS Classic Cars over the years. I really, really like these cars. I'm constantly looking for these, and this happens to be one of the best ones I've ever seen. Starting a little bit with the history of this particular car, in the late 90s, the second owner, who was a really handy guy, body man, painter, mechanical, things like this, he decided to do a complete restoration of this car. Because it was an original car before he restored it, a lot of the original parts and pieces were kept. The decision was made when he performed the first restoration to change the color, which was originally red, to this outstanding British racing green. The black stripes that start on the top of the fenders and make their way down the body are decals. Those were added as well, just for the extra touch of class. And then again, he did a full-blown restoration. The interior, a lot of this interior is actually original. Some of the things have been changed, including the seats. They're out of a 72 model, which are a lot more comfortable. Of course, he took everything out of the engine compartment, repainted it, rebuilt the motor. It's got a few high-performance features to the engine. It's got polished carburetors, things like that. And then when the car was finished, he proceeded to drive it, took it to a bunch of shows. It's won a ton of awards. Over 20 of the awards that it's achieved are included with the car. They're pictured within all our photos and our listing. Just a really great car and great story. It wasn't until about 2015 that he decided to lightly restore the car again. He did more of a cosmetic restoration, so that included taking everything off of the body, stripping it down to bare metal, repainting the car, and he gave it a super high quality paint job. I can't say again how nice this paint job is. It's a lot nicer than what you typically see on Triumphs. All the body lines and body gaps were done extremely nicely. Everything on the outside was brought to a high level of quality. It sits on the Redline tires, which look great. It's got a luggage rack. It's got all the chrome bumpers, things like that. Again, getting back into the interior, he didn't have to do a lot to the interior the second time he restored it. Once again, the interior was all original. Some of the things were changed. It does have a CD player here with a couple of speakers in the back. The dash is in beautiful condition. The steering wheel, all the door panels, the carpeting. It's even got these custom Triumph floor mats. He did remove everything during the second restoration out of the engine bay, really refreshened everything, and then put it all back together. Since it's been restored and finished in 2018, it really has not been driven much at all. He did win a really prestigious award in 2018, which is included, and just hadn't been using the car recently, so he decided to sell it, and fortunately I was there to be able to purchase it. So it is an outstanding car, highly detailed on the outside, super original interior here that's been lightly restored. Engine bay, once again, it's a beautiful engine compartment. It's home to the original 2.5 liter inline 6-cylinder, which again has some high performance options that were used when it was rebuilt. The cylinder head would be an example of one of those. Again, it does have polished carburetors, which he sent out and had professionally restored. The engine is actually coupled to a 4-speed transmission with overdrive. The overdrive works. The undercarriage of the car was undercoated. It's really clean underneath. It's not as detailed as maybe the exterior or interior engine bay, but then again, he wanted to drive the car, so he just did a kind of a light restoration underneath. So this is a great example. It's got tons of awards, something you have to check out. For a complete description with tons of photos, visit msclassiccars.com. I'm going to go ahead and start the car, let you listen how beautiful it runs. Starts right up, constantly and purrs like a kitten. Something I'm really proud of. Thank you.